Please welcome to the stage, Scilken, everybody! Hey!
So this is my first time doing stand-up ever, if you couldn't tell. So no, don't leave yet. Give me a chance. Just a little disclaimer. So I was on the phone with my dad earlier, and I said, "Dad, I want to be a comedian." And he said, "Adam, I gotta go. I just got some really bad news." And then it took me all day to realize that that's what he was talking about. My dad neither loves me or respects my ambitions. I'm just kidding. My dad's right here. Thanks, Dad, for coming out and supporting me. Don't look for him. He's not here. That was another joke. So I don't really have a lot of jokes in story form, so I'm going to tell jokes in joke form. So this foreign guy comes up to me, and he wants me to explain the difference between baseball and soccer. And I said, "Well, buddy, it's a whole different ballgame." When birds talk to me, I never know what to say back to them. Because it's always something like squawk or chirp, or they're saying something like that, so I'm just laughing and nodding, and then I walk away, and that's that. The solar system is a cold place, so I'm really glad they installed that space heater up there. It doesn't look like it's on right now, but they'll turn it on in the morning. Let's see. If you give me a mirror, I can cry on command. I have very low self-confidence. So I'm at the gym, right? I'm at the gym, I'm on the bike, and this guy comes up to me, this asshole, he says, "Hey buddy, are you done yet?" And I said, "Hey, look asshole, does it look like I'm going anywhere?" Stationary bike. Yeah. So I like the word appetizer. I think that's a great word because it sounds like something like a mad scientist would unveil, like the appetizer. Like you take it and you shoot it at a chicken and it explodes into baskets of little wings and all that. Or you shoot it at a sack of potatoes and next thing you know, loaded potato skins are rained down everywhere. And it's the appetizer, patent pending. So back home, I was in this street gang. And we would commit small robberies, and we would like break into gas stations. We had to be really careful because they have cameras now and they'll like find you and all that. And I was the best at this, and I got the nickname Tennis Shoe because I'm so good at breaking in. And people ask why tennis shoe, and I say, well, it was because I was a real sneaker. And that's what I got. Thanks, guys.
Adam Scilken, everybody! Come on! Grab some seats! Alright! Pardon me.
Alright, that's in there nice and good. There we go. Where is that note card? It's alright, I remember how the first one goes. So I was on the internet the other day, I was looking around, and I saw this website that published anonymous feminist poetry. And it was funny because they encouraged submissions. They'll sink in, yeah. Alright, let's see, here it is. Poetry. There's a lot of unexplainable things out there, like belly button lints. And I've been thinking for years, how the hell does lint get in there? And I figured the only feasible conclusion is that the germs are just doing their laundry in there, and they're putting it over in cycle, and they just never clean it out because they're assholes. They're parasites living on another body, taking all their stuff. But then I remember germs don't wear clothes, and I realized that can't be what's going on. So, little life advice: if a friend ever comes up to you and says, "Hey, you want a free yo-yo? No strings attached," say, "Fuck you, man, you're not my friend." Because a real friend wouldn't give another friend a broken yo-yo. Son of a bitch. People say nice day, have a nice day. They'll say have a good day in retail, like as you're leaving the store, have a nice day. And I don't like that because that puts a lot of pressure on me to have a nice day, to have a good day. And if I'm laying down in bed at the end of the night, I'm like, fuck. I let Sheila down over at the Circle K. She told me to have a nice day, and I didn't fucking do it. I wish they said have a mediocre day, because that's something I could live up to. Have a good day. I think that's it's pushing the expectations a little bit too high, I'd say. Let's see. I like that they call that plastic sheet in the shower curtain, because it makes me think of the theater. I can't help but picture an audience on the other side just waiting for me while I'm in the shower to throw back that curtain and show them all my theatrical value going on. And then I do that, and there's only one lonely toilet watching me, and reality comes crashing down, and that's no fun. Let's see. I'm trying to coin a new insult, and this insult is fish food. And you call someone, that person's fish food if they're disgusty. Fuck that up. My words are tumbling around, man. Sometimes I'll just say these things, I'll just, take all the words I know, swish them up in my mouth and spit them out, see what happens. That's what just happened there. Let's start that over. I'm coining a new insult. It's fish food. And you call someone fish food if they're disgusting and flaky. There it is. Alright, I'll go one more before I close things out. Let's see. I've been trying to push myself more this year, so every time I go to Walmart, I put a framed picture of myself in the little kitty zone on the cart, and then go about my shopping. And I get those gorgeous brown circles looking right at me, and I push myself. That's it.
Stage Adam Scilken, everybody! Hey!
You guys ready to rock and roll? Yes. Well, that's not gonna happen. That's a fake guitar, but these jokes are real. At least that's what I'm telling myself as I'm getting up here. I should talk into the mic, just like this. Alright, so far so good. You guys ever have those days where you don't make it out of the house? What about those weeks? You just hold up inside, and that really is if you sold that the right way, you could make it seem like you're conducting some sort of great social experiment. How long can a man survive in his house, sitting on the couch, playing Xbox? How high can he stack his Mountain Dew bottles and Doritos bags? Let's see. So I was on the internet, seeing what was new up there. I saw this feminist poetry website that encouraged submissions. Go fucking figure. So I read in every magazine ever that there are ways to spice up your sex life, but I want ways to sex up my spice life. I knew that was a good one. So yeah, you can buy some sexy lingerie for your cumin, or get some I was thinking these would come up on the spot. Lube up, get some nice lube on your cinnamon, get a little zing, get some zest. Let's see. Shampoo seems like the name of a company that makes fake dog poop. Because there's a company somewhere that makes that stuff, and it's not called shampoo. It should be called sham. Maybe it's sham dash poo. Yeah. Okay. People, if you buy something, if you go to the store, you go to a restaurant, people will say goodbye to you. They'll say, "Have a nice day," and I just don't know what the fuck that means. What is have a nice day? And I don't like that because that's a lot of pressure on me to have a nice day, to follow through my day and live it nicely so that I can lay my head down and say, I did that cash register proud and I had myself a nice day. And that's hard, life, whatever. Let's see. So I see there are a lot of these how-to videos on the internet, how to do this, how to do something technical, some specialized skill. And people make money on YouTube now. People can have careers from this shit. So I'm thinking that's something I could do. How to open a wine bottle with just a hammer, or how to spay your pets with just floss and I'm making this up on the spot. Floss and a wrench. I don't know. You wouldn't want to see that on the internet. They probably wouldn't even allow it. That would be gruesome. Let's see what else I'm working with. So, you guys ever wonder how the lint gets in the belly button? Because I don't think anyone's just putting it there. No one's storing. No one finds some extra lint. It's let me just. Oh, there we go. I'll tuck it right in there for later. It appears somewhere, and it must be that the germs on your body. They're real assholes. They're fucking parasites. And they're probably just doing their fucking laundry in there, and they don't even bother to clean it up. They don't give a fuck about you. They're not there for you. I'll end on these two quick ones. if someone says, hey, you want this free yo-yo, no strings attached, say, fuck off, man, I don't want your broken yo-yo. I'm gonna start calling people fish food if I don't like them, and fish food, that would be for someone who is both disgusting and flaky. So you guys can use that if you want. Yeah, I'll end on that. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
All right, so I was looking at a calendar today. Calendar sounds like something out of Lord of the Rings or something like that, like the Dark Lord Kalendar amasses his forces in the east. But anyways, I was looking at a calendar, and I see Thanksgiving's right around the corner. And so I got to thinking about hypotheticals, obviously. So I'm thinking, if I were to ever utter this phrase to my family, hey mom and dad, I'm bringing a friend for Thanksgiving dinner, it would take on a totally different meaning if I came from a family of cannibals. Because my friend would get there and he'd say, all right, what's for dinner? And we're all like, yeah, you are for dinner. Like I would have said, yeah, I'm bringing some sweet potatoes. Like, yeah, I'm bringing a friend. Yeah, we're gonna chow down. Now watch as I relate cannibalism to the phrase chop chop. So people say chop chop for some reason, and it means hurry up, right? And I got to thinking, why the fuck does that mean to hurry up, chop chop? So let me paint a little hypothetical real quick. Imagine we have a serial killer. We'll call him the Chopper because his signature weapon is a meat cleaver. And he is so cocky with his string of murders that he gets to openly taunting, the detectives that are after him. So he's on the phone, he's like, all right, detective, for every minute you don't find me and my latest victim, I'm gonna cut off a finger. Chop, chop. It's like, get here quickly or I will be chopping this guy. All right, let's see. So, no matter what this hokey pokey science nonsense tells me, I will always believe that doves and pigeons are the exact same species. And the only difference is their economic status. So hear me out. You got doves, right? Doves, very classy bird. They're going to weddings, flying out in the distance very majestically. And they go to like magicians' performances, all this high class stuff. And then the fame goes to their heads. They stop bathing. They're drinking more. They're hitting the streets, just getting dirty. And next thing you know, they're just scrounging around for food wherever the hell they can fucking find it. And then they're pigeons. They've undergone that transition, that evolution from dove to pigeon. Let's see. So here's a fun visual. Imagine conjoined triplets, if you would. So you got that? All right. If I was ever blessed with conjoined triplets, I wouldn't go to some specialist, and ask him what to do about it. No, I would go straight to a surgeon to cut out that middle man. That's good. That's a thinker. Not really. Let's see. I've been told the universe is a cold place, really chilly, just up there in space, which is why I'm glad we have that space heater up there. It does look like it's on. It's not on right now, but come the morning, they'll turn that on, the big guy upstairs. All right, let's see. I've noticed a lot of animals tend to run faster when they have 4 legs, but I think if I was carrying an extra set of legs, it would only slow me down. So I don't know what that's about. Let's see. I think steampunk is a funny term because the word punk, the punk. There's such that P. It's really it's a degrading term like punk. But what if there's a guy who's just a steam enthusiast and he just really likes steam jetpacks and steam transportation, but he's not a hooligan. He's not running around trying to cause mischief with water vapor. He just likes his steam. These are things that keep me up at night. Thank you guys. Here's your host. Thanks. What's going on, guys?
How much are you?
I am just dandy. All right. Oh, wow. Great start. I'm going to leave that as it is. Okay, let's see what I got in my pocket. Where are those fucking? Oh, there we go. Okay. I think visors are great. I love it when I see people wearing visors around because they're incredibly great for keeping humbleness out of your eyes. If you see someone walking around in a visor, you can definitely imagine that they're gonna be saying something like, "Yeah, of course I can see, man. I'm the fucking shit. Can't you tell?" All right, let's see. I completely support equal rights, gender equality, all that. But if I am getting some long-winded speech about feminism, I'm gonna say, hey, just give me the suffragist of it, okay? I don't need all of that. Let's wrap things up. Come on. So my laptop has a lot of bugs in it. This computer, it's got so many bugs in it now, and I think it's because I'm doing all this research on anthills. And I'll go out in the park, and I need a little desk, I need a little elevation, so I'll set my laptop on the anthills, and man, do they hate it. They are some PC people, those ants. But they're, I don't care. So people, they crucify me. They say I'm cheap, and I'm spineless, and I'm a failure. But they say, Adam, you're a cheap, spineless failure. They say it all in one breath. And I'd like to address each of those in turn. First off, I am cheap. I will give them, the haters, that. If I had conjoined triplets to save money, I would just go straight to a surgeon. I wouldn't consult a specialist about what to do about conjoined triplets. I would save money. I would go straight to a surgeon to cut out the middleman there. Spineless? No, I'm not spineless. If anything, I'm spineful. I would even argue I'm about 50% spine full of it. I would say. There's a lot of spine down there. It goes all the way up, ladies. It's a sexy spine. And a failure, no, not a failure. I am not a failure. I built my own personal sauna. I built my own personal sauna, and that was an incredible boost to my self-esteem. That really sent me through the fucking roof doing that. Let's see what else I got. When you're making rap music, beats are instrumental in that process. For sure. All right, let me tell you the deepest thought I've ever heard. The deepest thought I've ever thought. Sorry, this is my thought. I'm taking credit for it. You guys can use it. It's great. I love it. Okay, here it goes. How can a heart be free if it's in a rib cage? They should put that on a Hallmark card, I swear. Maybe it exists somewhere. I hope to God it does. Alright, last thing for you guys. I've read in every magazine ever that you can spice up your sex life, but I want to know how I can sex up my spice life and why I can't get little itty bitty lingerie for all my spice containers so I can have a little more, heat in the kitchen. Come on, lingerie makers, and I'll leave you guys with that. Thank you guys very much. I'm Adam Scilken. Thank you guys. What's going on, guys? God, geez. Count you guys on my hands and feet here, but that's all right. ISIS. Ugh. Man, the new face of evil. How about that? God damn. I wish collectively we could just call them Is because it's so much cuter, right? Like, it sounds like a dog name. Come here, Is, come on. But, I don't know. That might not catch on. ISIS. God. And they, I think the real evil of ISIS, is that they market to teenagers. And that's really, I think that's the most fucked up part, is that they're trying to get the kids in on their schemes. And, I was reading about ISIS and all their marketing shit, and what they do is they'll go to these teenagers and they will offer them 72 Virgin Mobile prepaid phones for them to indulge in their schemes and do their bidding. And I think that's just awful. Man, that's fucked up. And terrorism in general is just bad. Terrorism, okay, can we get a clap for that? But what I could get on board with is scarism. And that's where instead of going around terrorizing people, it's more you're just out to spook people. And so instead of like plans involving guns and bombs, these kind of scarism plots would, I don't know what's up with this thing, but scarism things, they involve more like fake werewolf masks and the fake cobwebs to, just, so instead of like a terrorist hiding behind a corner with a gun, he'd pop out and he'd be wearing those plastic vampire fangs, and you totally would not be expecting it. You'd be spooked out of your mind, and you'd think, wow, okay, this guy's got something. You might take their points more seriously if you were a little spooked as opposed to terrified. Damn, time is flying. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. So I like ice cream. I'm a big ice cream eater, and I'm a fan of the pint size because that's the perfect amount to eat in one sitting. And I've noticed that I'll remember the first bite because it's just sheer happiness when you get that first delicious bite, and I'll remember the last bite because it's the complete opposite. It's absolute sadness. But the middle part just disappears into the oblivion. It's like some weird time warp. I don't remember eating the middle of the ice cream. So I've taken this logic and I want to extrapolate it to other things, to erase time that I don't want to be presently living in. So I'm thinking, what if I brought, this ice cream and this logic to the gym, and I get on, the treadmill, and I take that first bite, and I'm there, and then I get going, and all of a sudden I'm at the last bite, and I don't know what the fuck happened. All of a sudden I'm at the bottom of the pint, and my workout's done, and it's perfect. All right, I'm gonna fire off a quick succession of bad jokes, so strap in. All right, what do you call a piece of corn that follows you home at night?
What?
An eerie stalker. That's a thinker. That might be a little, I don't know, it could be a little too highbrow. It might be a little too highbrow, I'm sorry. All right. So I was watching basketball, and this player takes, he takes like, I don't know what you call it, but a thing of perfume. Smashes it into the other guy's face to get him to stop, scoring. And there's blood everywhere, glass shards. The guy smells great, but the announcers were saying it was the worst fragrant foul they've ever seen. Stop, please, come on. All right, and there's one more. Okay. All right, I'll do this last one. All right, my laptop's got a lot of bugs in it, and it must be because I'm doing all this research on anthills. Okay, and I'll end with that. There you go.